Alright, so this is a partial CPU that I made. It's an 8-bit CPU I made with VHDL and Quartus Altera, and it consists of 4 parts. So the first part would be the register file, or the combination of CPU registers, and I'm gonna demo that. So this is a DE1 SOC board, and I have only downloaded the bit stream into the ROM to load onto the FPGA. So to start with, I've got these switch buttons. These switch buttons are used to input data into the registers, and these keys, this first one serves as a clock. The rest of them are serving as deselect or the destination select for the register file. So the register file consists of 2 output ports called A and B, and then we've got A select signals and B select signals. So these 3 first switches are used for A select signals, and these 3, the second 3, so it would be this one, and this one. These are used for B select, and these 3 keys are used for destination select. So if I want to put a value into my register file, first of all I need to make sure that that the last switch 9 is pulled to 0, so that it knows it's in the configuration for the select for the register file. And here comes the demo. So for example, these 3 switches are used to input data into the register file. The register file consists of 7 registers, and I'm gonna for example, I would wanna input number for example number 4 into my register number 1. So my register number 1, for that I would need to select the destination select. So my destination would be 1, and I'm inputting number 4. So if I want to load that into register 1, I would keep pressing this first one, because these are the three switches that would select one of the 7 registers as destination. So by keeping pressing this, and then pressing once the clock signal, right now I just inputted number 4 into my register number 1. Let's check that. So my register number 1, for example, if I wanted to load my register number 1 into the A port of the register file, I can check it from these, because these are the A select switches and these are the B select. So if I wanna show it on port A, I gotta do this, and as you can see, so the LEDs indicate that I have a value of 4 into my register number 1, and the first segment here shows the number of the register, not the content of the register. Alright, so let's say I want to show the same on my B port. So on the B port I gotta select register number 1, and voila. So here it shows 4, so that's 1 0 0, right? And I got 4 on my number 1. Let's say, for example, I would wanna input number 6. So this is 1 1 0. So it would be number 6 into my second register, and for that I need to select my destination. So I want to put it in register number 2. So I gotta keep pressing this middle one, because this is 0 1 0. So I'll press this, give it a clock signal, voila, and there I should have number 6 on my register number 2. So let's check that. So if I wanna display that on my A port, and I gotta see I gotta select register number 2 on my A port, and the way I do is like this. So when I do this, see 1 1 1 0, right? These were for port A. Okay, so let's say I wanna load the same register number 2 on my B port, and here are the switches for B port. 1 1 0. All right. So let's say I want to input number 7 on my register, on my third register. Okay, so I gotta input the keys here. So the way to do that would be I gotta input the value 7. So starting from this one, but this is 1 1 1, 3 1s, and that makes 7. All right, so I wanna input this into my register number 3rd. All right, so for number 3rd, I gotta select register number 3rd, and the way I do that is by selecting these. All right, so 1 1, and then give it a signal clock. Sorry, hard to select the combinations. 1 1. Now comes the signal clock. All right, now I should have number 7 on my 3rd register, and I can show that on my A port. All right, so let's see register number 3rd. Voila, I got 1 1 1 1 on my port A. Yeah, let's show that on port B. All right, so I gotta select this and this. All right, so 1 1 becomes 3, and there it is. I've got number 7 on my 3rd, which is the B port, on my 3rd register, and output on the B port. This shows just the number of the register, not the content of the register. The segment shows the number, but the LEDs shows in binary, shows the content in binary. All right, so right now in our register file, we got contents in 3 of our registers. The first register contains, let's see what it contains, I forgot. So the first one would be, yeah, it's 1 0 0. It's 4, right? And let's check number 2. All right, so number 2, yeah, I got 1 1 0 6. I got 6. All right, and on my 3rd one, I gotta check. On 3rd one, I got 7. All right, can check the same on my B port. So on my 1st register, I got number 4. On my 2nd register, I got number 6. And on my 3rd register, I got number 7. Cool. Now let's do some mathematical operations on this. And the way that I configured this is to change this combination, the combination on switch 9, and this will change it to the ALU, or the arithmetic logic unit. So I'm gonna pull down all my switches, and there it is. Now we are in ALU mode. So the way that in ALU, the way that it works on ALU is that it will grab the values, 2 input values from port A and port B of the register file that I was just playing with, and these key combinations are used to select individual operations on the ALU, right? So I've got four keys, and I've got a couple of operations that I can select from. Okay, so I had number 4 on my 1st register, and I had number 6 on my 2nd register. Let's do some mathematical operations. All right. So I need to select first the register. All right. So the register, for example, I would say I would want this register. See, now it shows that I have number 4 on my register number 1, and I'm not sure. Just let me check for what would this be. Okay, yeah, it's only outputting the port A, not the port B. All right, so I've got number 4 here, but I'm gonna pull it back. So let's check here. Here, because I had, so I'm selecting register number 1, and the key combinations that are unpressed right now, they represent 0, 0, 0, 0. So 4 zeros, and it's a transfer. So the ALU is transferring from register number 1 into the output of the ALU number 4, right? So let's say I want to increment this, and for that I guess I had 0, 0, 1 to increment. So let's see. Yeah, cool. It increments it. All right. So let's check, for example, register 2. So this is my register 2, and I have got number 6, and it automatically transfers it because 0, 0, 0 combination was used for that. And let's see if this will increment. So I'm pressing 0, 0, 0, 1, and then it should be 7. Cool. 7. All right. So for example, let's say I would want to add the 2, right? So the way to add them would be, so my operation code is 0, 0, 1, 0. So when I press 1, nothing happens. Nothing happens. Yeah. Okay, so the reason is because I'm not able to display number 10 on just one segment. Okay, so I could have some other numbers, some lower numbers, with which I would be able to do some mathematical operations like adding. So for example, for this, let's see, would it be able to subtract it? Sorry. Oh. Let's keep all of them, and then okay. So yeah, I'm selecting number 4 on my port A, and I'm first register on port A, and second register on port B, and let's see if I can add them. Yep, it adds. All right, perfect. So the error was there that that I was only selecting one port. All right, so yeah, it works now. So I've got on port B register number 2, and on port A got register number 1, and when I add them, so here's the add 001. Sorry, no, 0010. Yeah, it adds them. All right, this was just increment. Let's subtract them. All right, so I've got 6 and 4, 2. Cool. See, 6 and 4, 6 minus 4, it becomes 2, right? And I've got some other functions as well here that I don't remember off the top of my head right now, but I'm just gonna randomly press, and so this, for example, decrements. And what was this doing? So there are a couple of other operations that and combinations that I've, so for example, I'm not sure what kind of combination right now I'm holding, but I've got a table there, so I've defined a total of 7 or 8 operations that are basic operations to the ALU. All right, so the last part that I want to show would be the shifter unit. So the shifter unit is connected to the output of the ALU, right? So it either shifts right or left. So to activate the shifter unit, I need to pull up this switch number 8, and now it's in shifter mode. So I can shift it. For example, I have 4 on my A port, and when I shift it, it becomes 10, right? So yeah, it shifts it to the left. How about the right? It's doing some crazy stuff. Okay, so I don't remember the combinations of the shifter unit, but yeah, I gotta select them with these 3, and so it's shifter select functions. It will be with the help of these first 3 key combinations, and I'm just doing randomly and it's outputting some values. Okay, so let's say, for example, what happens if I do that with output B. If I can find it. All right, output B. I think it's doing something, but all right. So this is just a short demo of my custom CPU that I'm still working on, and I'll be back with some more demos.